Welcome, welcome. Crafty Blessings with Angie. If you're seeing this, you're probably seeing the replay. If you would put hashtag replay, I would greatly appreciate that. I am in an event today with Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group. Oh, guess I'm going to do this, huh? Of course. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. So, I am in an event today with Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group. It is a Crafter's Choice event, and if you've missed any of the creators who were before me, you can go back to the Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group, and you can see all of those creators there. We started the day out with Michelle from Basement Crafting with Michelle. Hello, Doris. Hello. Welcome. I'm trying to give it just a minute for a few people at least to get on here. And thank you for sprinkling, Doris. I appreciate it very much. So I'm in an event today with Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group, and it started at 12 noon Eastern Time, and it started with Michelle from Basement Crafting with Michelle, and if you missed her, you can go back to the group, and you can see her and see what she made. Y'all, she made something it was just, to me, it was just like, wow. She made a Highland cow gnome with all the fur and everything, and the horns and everything. It was really cool and very unique, and I've never seen it done before. And so if you've ever, if you love Highland cows and you would love to see that, please go and see Basement Crafting with Michelle. You can find her posted on the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, which is a free group. There's Michelle. Hi, Clifton's Crafty Casa. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Then after her, we had, Janice had Craftsy Carla, and she painted a door sign, which was tulips, and they were in a milk can. It was really, really pretty. She used real bright, vibrant colors. So if you love stuff like that, you should go and see Craftsy Carla. And if you don't love maybe what she made today, you might love something she made yesterday. So she's all of the creators create more than just today, and you might find things that they make in times past. So check out their pages. And then after her, we had Sandra from Country Farms. I said that wrong. Country Family Roots. And y'all, she made the cutest little top hats. They were like patriotic top hats, and they were really, really cute. I didn't see the finished second one, but she has a little gnome, and she had made a little hat out of a little cup. It was really, really a really cool idea if you love to craft with making gnomes, or even just little hats. A lot of people like to do that kind of thing. So, and again, she makes all kinds of things, so check out her page. And then at 3 o'clock, we had BB's Craft, and that was Bernice, and she made another. She does some beautiful floral arrangements, and she always, well, not always, but she incorporates crosses a lot. And she made one today with a beautiful cross, and had a lamb, and had beautiful flowers. and it had a welcome sign behind it, and it was beautiful. So check out all these crafters that were before me. And then now you have me. And Angie's I'm doing something pretty simple today. Uh, hopefully you like it. And then after me, you have Marilyn and John done by me, and I have them tagged in the description. So if you don't know about Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, their group is also in the description, and you can see all the wonderful creators the rest of the day. After Marilyn and John, at 5 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, we have Country Loving Market, and that's Beverly. And then we have Clifton's Crafty Casa, and that's Jeannie. And then at 8 o'clock, we end the night with LT Designs Family. So, it's going to be a fun day, or has been already a fun Monday of crafting. My husband he wasn't supposed to work today. He was taking today off, but he had a small job. He had promised a customer he would come and do, so he went to do that. And he was gone 4 hours and almost 5. He just came in and I said, that little job turned into an all-day thing, didn't it? And he said, yes, it's a Monday. But he also went and helped a friend of ours too. So thank you all for being here. If I've missed greeting you, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to scroll back and make sure I haven't missed anybody. There's Lori. Thank you for sprinkling, Lori. I appreciate that. I think I greeted everyone else. Thank you all for telling people that I'm live. I appreciate that very much. So y'all, I don't know how long ago, over a year, I think, ago, Janice blessed me with some rice paper designs, and some of them were spring, and I had totally forgot, and I was looking through some stuff, and I found them, and I decided I wanted to craft with these today. They are on rice paper, and we're starting with this one. It's 2 little cute bunnies, and there's like a wreath type shape with florals. I had a few of these little signs. I get these. These were marked $1 from Dollar Tree, and I think they had like a letter or something inside them. And I grab things like this and I'll pre-paint it and put it back, and then it's ready to use in a craft. So I pulled out a couple of these and we're gonna craft with them. But before I do the rice paper, I got some new paint that I wanted to try today. It's the Martha Stewart paint. And I think the title of this grouping of paint that she's put out is called Soft Hues. And so they're real soft colors, really soft spring-like colors. They are satin, they are multi-surface, and it is acrylic paint. So, I opened one, but I didn't open this one. So they have a seal on the top. What I don't like is you peel the seal off and then there's still another thing of plastic. Oh, like, I don't know why I need that extra coat of plastic. And end up getting it all over yourself. What does he do? My husband does construction, remodeling. He's self-employed. He runs his own little business. He does plumbing, and he does work when they need their houses jacked up. He remodels bathrooms and kitchens and just pretty much anything you can do. That's what he tells me. Pretty much anything you can do to a house, my husband can do it. He even, one of our neighbors wanted a small home built, and my husband did the framework for that a year or so back. He's got another neighbor that's wanting a small home framed up, and he's gonna do that job too. Pretty soon. They're getting their foundation ready. So this one is the color. Did I say what color? I forget. They put the color on the back of these. It's called Couscous. I've never heard of a color like that. But anyway, it's what it's called. And this one is artichoke. And I don't remember. I don't think I opened this one either. Nope. You love bunnies. They are sweet. And I think sometimes we get in our mind that a bunny is only for Easter. That's not true. Bunnies are actually spring, and they live all year long. But we get it in our mind and associate little bunnies with just an Easter project. But to me, Easter's not about a bunny, but although I like crafting with little bunnies, fun and things for Easter too. I'd have and will and probably always will. I have a big carrot on my front porch right now, so you gotta have fun. But I do know that the true meaning of Easter is our Savior died on the cross. The death, the burial, and the resurrection. Okay. So we got this color I told you is artichoke. I'll put a little bit of it. And then I opened this one, and it is sea lavender. Put a little bit of it. I don't really need to put a ton, y'all. I'm terrible about wasting paint. And this one is Piglet Pink. I didn't open it. I should have done this off camera. Hello, Country Family Roots. Thank you for being here. I forgot your first name. Sandra. Thank you for coming. I enjoyed your little top hats today. Yes, they live all year long. I do think that a lot of times the designs that we do with bunnies are more spring. More spring. Oops. Okay, so I got 4 colors put out. On this one, actually, I just realized. See, I got all of these. There's 12, I think. Yeah, there's 12 colors. I need this color. So we'll have one more out. Okay. So this color is a sweet pea. And it's kind of a lavender color. And if you were late popping on, these are paints that Plaid has recently joined with Martha Stewart again. And that I think I just splattered that paint onto me. It's a good thing I crafted this shirt more. Okay. That's the only thing I don't like. I wish that when you peeled the seal off, you were already done, because you end up getting paint everywhere. I'm sure there's a purpose for that, though. It probably makes it, the paint, not dry out or something. I don't know. Okay. Just a little lavender, because lavender is the color I want to use on this one. I pulled me out some of my new brushes too. Yes. You are welcome. Okay. So I am putting some of the sweet pea, and I'm just going to go and do, hopefully, just keep it on the edges. Now, the thing is with this paint, it is acrylic, but it's really soft and it's satin. So it's gonna be a little shiny. It's not a flat paint or a chalky paint. It's kind of gonna give it a shine. But it's very, very light. When I show you this in my camera, I'm hoping you can tell that it's very, very light color. You'll have to look. Yes, it is. And she also has, and if I have time, I'll show you. She has some stencils and some stamps and out that's Martha Stewart line too. And I have a set of them. Okay. So I got a coat on there. Just want to make sure it looks smooth. Totally smooth. And I'm going to dry it a little bit, and then I'll show it to y'all. If you like the really... She has 2 or 3 sets of different sets of colors. These are called the Soft Hues. Hues. To me, they kind of remind me... Whoops. If you glance at my palette, you see they're just so baby soft. Just very, very soft colors. And they are, again, they are satin. Satin. And you should be able to find them wherever plaid is sold. Because they are, Martha Stewart is linked up with plaid. I didn't look in my Walmart to see if they were there when I was in the craft section recently. If they're not there, you can find them on the Plaid website. You can order anything that you want from Plaid. You can order it online from Plaid. Plaidonline.com, I think, is the site. But I can send you that if anybody would like it. Or put it in the... Just put it... Post it with my photos of this so you can find it. Hi, Nora. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so here's the rice paper I'm going to use. And Janice sent me these a long time ago. I don't know if she remembers. She sent me several prints as a thank you gift for helping her with a project. And I had not used these, and I found them, and I was like, oh, that's what I'll do. I will use those. So I took my print, and I kind of stuck it down in my circle and made a crease, and I'm just going around it with a water pen. This is on rice paper. I'm not worried about it being perfect. I'm just tearing it. That is the cool thing about rice paper that I love. I wish you could find rice paper that looked totally like this. The rice paper that I have that I ordered online doesn't have this kind of texture. I don't know where to buy rice paper that really has this kind of texture. It's almost like it's fur. It's so neat. Because the rice paper I've bought from Amazon does not. It's thin, but it doesn't tear like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna get me some Mod Podge. Should have done pulled it out. Oh, it's right here. Thank you, Nora, for coming. I appreciate you. I'm going to use another brush out of for Mod Podge. I wish you could see the sheen of that. I know it probably isn't going to show. That is just so, it's it's like, it literally looks like material. It is so satiny looking. I'm really, really impressed with the satin look to that paint. So different than anything I've ever painted with. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everyone that's popping on. If you're new to my page, I hope that you would give me a follow. And if you're not followed, if you're not a member of Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group, that's who I'm crafting with today in this event. You can go there and you can follow. I'm not going to do this heat and iron and all that, because this has got an edge, and I think it would just be really difficult to iron down. And this kind of craft, I don't feel like I'll have a lot of wrinkles. And if I do, it just adds to the craft. I am going to go around my edges with my Mod Podge. It's amazing how you can take just a simple little print and turn it into something so cute so quickly. Which don't think I've got more of this. This isn't the only one I'm making today. I pulled out several different things that we're gonna do. Similar technique, but okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put me a little coat of Mod Podge over the whole thing, because this Mod Podge that I'm using is also gloss. And when you're using a gloss Mod Podge, it's going to be shiny. I love the the Mod Podge that's it's super matte. I'm going to have to order me some from somewhere, because our Walmart doesn't have it. And I'm out. It's my favorite, I think my ultimate favorite Mod Podge. Okay. So now let's try this. It's so cute. Can't wait for y'all to see it. Just get it a little bit more dry and then I'll show you. Y'all forgive me if I'm grabbing a drink a lot. I'm just thirsty today. I would much rather this be matte, but it's not. Oh, that's okay. See how pretty? So I bought this from a seller on Whatnot that was selling lace and stuff, all different kinds of vintagey stuff. And you see, it happens to have lavender ribbons put through the lace. I'm gonna see if I can make a bow to add to this and make it look right. I hope. I'm just going to do a real simple thing, I think. Not very big. I think I might even just do one loop with a little tail. Really, really simple. No, 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 no. Don't fall, please. I'm trying to get to my real thin jute. I keep it up there so I can just pull it down on my turntable. Whoops. You just looked at Walmart and they do have the plaid satin paint under folk art. They have it under folk art. This is Martha Stewart. It's a new line that they came out with. It's plaid, but it's y'all forgot to turn on my do not disturb. I better do it. Last time I didn't, my daughter called and it threw me out alive. It's made by Plaid, but it's Martha Stewart is the brand. It's a new thing. I'm not sure if it's even in the store yet. It is on Plaid's website, I'm pretty positive. See, I'll show you. Now the folk art satin on it might work the same way. It might. I know that's backwards. You know, they won't let us flip our camera anymore. Sadly. I don't know why my comments aren't moving on my second device here. Yes, I think so. I think it's pretty. This lacy ribbon is pretty stiff, where they ran the purple or the lavender through there. It's not the prettiest bow, but it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna stick it right up at the top. I got a cool. Huh. I don't know what I did to do that. I'm gonna have to touch that up a little bit. Where did my paintbrush go? Somehow I got a line in my paint right there. I think that's gonna help it though. Yeah, maybe my bow will hide it. So this little sign actually can stand up or it can hang. So I just put a simple little bow on there. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for liking and spreading the word from Indiana. I appreciate that so very much. Okay, so to our next one. Show you what I got next. Set these here. So this one, I had some little bunny cutouts. Do you see those? These are for Magnolia, and I've had them for a while, since last year, I think. I didn't use them. And so I've got this print that's on the rice paper. And we're going to put it on here. I think I'm going to trim. I don't want to have anything around those ears. So let's kind of get an idea of what we want to do here. Because I don't want to deal with trying to sand in those spots. We're going to cut that off right there. And then we're going to come down here. Got a general idea. Let's try to get this wet enough that it does really good when we tear it. So I hope y'all are having a good Monday. Mondays here are generally rest days, for me anyway, because I stay so busy on the weekends most of the time. We usually, if we have activities for church or whatever, it's on Saturdays, and then Sundays we usually have 2 church services, so we don't get, we don't have a lot of time at home. We go to church, we come home, eat dinner, take a little rest, and go back to church. And so Mondays, I usually do a little bit of housework to catch up from the weekends, and then I rest a good bit. So I just kind of laid it on there, you see? And then now I'm going to smooth it down with my... And because I'm using this glossy Mod Podge that I don't really like. But y'all, I'm out of all my other stuff. Or it's down in the very bottom of the container. I can't hardly get it out. So I might have to invest in me some. Even if I don't get the super matte, I need to get the matte. I like matte better. I've never used the polyacrylic before that a lot of people use for Mod Podge. I've tried making mine with glue before, and I don't do well with it. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I got it in his ears. All that laid down flat, because I don't want to try to sand down in there. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, so because we're using this Mod Podge, I'm going to have to put some on the top. If I was using a matte, I wouldn't. I would probably just have it, I would leave it the way it is. But because I'm using this gloss, I have to kind of put it all over, or just when it dries, it just won't look right, in my opinion. Some will look matte and some will look shiny. Okay, I'm not going to dry this with my my heat tool. I'm just going to let it sit and dry naturally. But isn't that cute? I love when you can decoupage something cute on the front of a white rabbit. Isn't? You see, you could take this and you could have this. You could take the little hanger off or fold it down. And you could have a little set on your tray on your table, or if you do tiered trays. I seen someone post the other day and they said, are tiered trays still a thing? And I think a lot of people have phased out of them and don't use them as much as they used to. They were a really big thing for a while. Should have left that alone. So I'm just going to lay him here and let him dry. And then we're going to move to the next one. So I got one more bunny like that. And he's sitting in a different position. And I have this one. And we're going to put it on him. Or her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Decide. I'm just going to do a little cutout with the water pen. They're so cute, aren't they? I just think they're adorable. So y'all, Saturday, my daughter went with her. They took her sister-in-law she's young. She's 9 years old. And they took her and went to the park and met some of his other sister had brought her children. And they all met at the park and played and stuff. Well, then one of their friends came with some of their kids. Well, Hannah was chasing one of the little kids, chasing her and trying to catch her. And she ran into the monkey bars. And she hit her head and she fell flat on her back. And needless to say, she was in some pain. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for coming. But she's okay. But when she told me that, oh, my heart just sank. She had to go home and take a pain pill and rest, and it was tough. She showed me at church yesterday the little knot on her head. But thankfully it didn't bruise or anything. It's just a spot in the middle of her forehead. Kelly, these were gifted to me by Janice, who runs this event from Vintage Country Crafting. She gifted these to me a year or so ago, so I'm not sure where they came from. She might be able to tell you. She might not remember. I don't know. It's been a while. But they are printed on actual rice paper. Yeah, and when you pull them, I don't know if you guys can see, you can see how that leaves the fibers. You can see the fiber in the paper. I love that. I wish I could find that kind of paper to print my own. I can't find that kind of rice paper to buy to print on. The rice paper I have doesn't do that, doesn't put the fibers. I love the fibers. Yeah, my nose is wanting to itch all of a sudden. Just gonna, I might have to sand a little or tear it there. Hi, Carla. Thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come on, say hello so I can greet you. Hi, Shirley, my sweet friend. Y'all, she says that to me almost all the time when we talk. My sweet friend. She's a sweet, sweet friend of mine, too. She goes to church with me. And we send each other a little message every day. She's a sweetheart. I was thinking earlier I'd made a post on my page about one of my dear friends that her birthday was Friday. She went on the crafting thing with me. Janice met her. Her name's Teresa. And she went on the meet and greet last year with me. And yet Friday was her birthday. And so I went out to eat with her and her parents and her sister and brother-in-law. We all went out to eat together. We had a good time. And I was just reflecting. You know how you sit and you think sometimes. You just, how blessed I have been to have such good friends, you know. I have so many good friends that God has put into my life. Good crafting friends, good personal friends that live close to me. I have a very best friend that I've been friends with for over 30 years that she lives a little farther away from me, so I don't get to see her as much. And but I've just been so blessed. You know, when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. As a child, I was really shy, and I was really backwards, and I didn't have a lot of friends. And it's just so funny how now I just feel like I have so many good people in my life, and it makes such a difference. Such a difference. Oh yeah, I love this one. It's turning out so cute. I thought it's been a little harder, but I love how it looks. I'll show you in just a second. I want that to lay down in there. There we go. Yeah. When it dries, it'll look even better. Look how pretty it looks on there. Love it. I love it. I love it. I need to put some of the shiny up here where it's so it blends in well when it dries. Because my Mod Podge is gloss, okay? If you had a matte, you wouldn't need to do this. Okay, so I'm going to lay this one over here and let it dry. And then we're going to move to the next one. So let me remind you, I am in an event today. If you didn't go through the event group to find me, and you found me on someone else's where I was sent to, this is an event with Vintage Country Crafting Friends Group. And I'm going to do this one next. Look at these. Aren't they so cute? Little chicks. Sorry I had to leave for a minute. Oh, it's okay, Kim. Don't get in trouble. I don't know why that popped up. So we, I lost my train of thought. Phew, it's gone. I just lost it. It left. I don't know why. I'm going to paint the edge of this. I poured out all this paint and haven't used any more of it. So we're going to use some more of this paint. I think this one's got some pinks, some lavenders, and greens. I think I'm going to use the green. Try this. I was telling y'all something wonderful and I can't think what it is. Again, this is Martha's. It's a Martha Stewart brand. It's put out by Plaid. She has joined in with Plaid. And it's a multi-surface satin paint. And this color is artichoke. Artichoke. And we're going to use a little bit of that on our edges. Ooh, it's very, very faint. Even more faint than the lavender. It's very, very faint. I might have to do another coat. Can't hardly even tell it's there. Maybe I'll change my color choice. I might do the yellow. Let me dry that and switch to yellow. Because look how faint. Can't even hardly tell I painted it. I didn't care for that one. Not on this project, anyway. I'm going to dry it, though. And then I'm going to go over it with... I'm going to use some of the couscous. Couscous. You can't even tell that's there. Except that it's got the shine. The satin look. We're just going to... I ain't going to worry about cleaning my brush. Now, you can see the yellow, though. And I could go back and, if you wanted it to be darker, I would say if you went over it a second time with another coat, would make it even darker. But these are supposed to be soft hues. That's the grouping of these colors is called soft hues. And to me, it's perfect for a nice little spring project. Or if you was doing something for babies, but you want a real light color. And probably other things too, but that's what I think of when I think of these colors. And these surfaces that I'm putting these on, listen, when you go like in Dollar General or Family Dollar stores, sometimes, which our Family Dollar stores are going away, but you can find surfaces cheap. These had a sticker on the back that I removed before the live. This is all I paid. And I probably didn't even pay that. I probably bought it when it was on clearance. And I bring them home, and whatever's on the center, I just paint over it, prep it with some chalk paint. And then when I want to use them for a project, they're already ready to go. You could decoupage anything in there. You could print out a picture of your grandbaby. Decoupage it in there. I'll tell you. Seems like that's all we talk about anymore is that baby. She's our precious little grandbaby, our first grandbaby. She's 4 months old. Well, she'll be 5 months on the 28th. And she's getting more where she recognizes our voices. Okay. I like the yellow better. The green is just a little too faint. Got a little spot I need to smooth out right there. Is anyone else a grandparent? don't know, Sandra's probably still not on, she's probably not still here, but when she was talking about homeschooling, it brings back memories. I homeschooled my kids their whole time in school, and I don't think I could have done the crafting and that. Because your brain just stays so scattered. Mine did. My brain was I was always thinking about what we were going to do next and lesson plans and trying to make sure that I cover everything and where are we going to go on a trip or, all these things. Are we going to go to co-op? It's a lot. Homeschooling is a lot. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I miss my kids being young, but I don't miss that part because it also can be very stressful when your kids, sometimes they just don't want to cooperate. I had good kids, but sometimes they just didn't really want to do what they needed to do. So I had to stay on them sometimes. And we shifted gears a lot because trying to keep them motivated. Okay. This water just don't seem to be coming out of my as good as I want it to. Water pen. If I had a cup of water, I'd just use a paintbrush. But I don't have a cup of water in here. Tell you what I'm thinking. Well, thinking ain't working. I guess that's going to work. I was going to screw the lid off and pour the water in there. It won't come off. There, finally. No. I'm twisting it the wrong way. Come on, baby. Square it out. There you go. I'm going to do this different. It don't seem to be coming out through the top very good. Let's turn it the right way. It's the opposite of the way you usually do that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much, much better. Okay. Sure now. Tear this. There we go. Much better. Should have done that earlier. Let's put our Mod Podge down. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. This thing can be really a pain with comments sometimes. Oh, I love the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. So I'm putting some Mod Podge. So, again, let me remind you, this is an event with Vintage Country Crafting. And up after me is Marilyn and John from Done By Me. And y'all, I'm going to tell you, they do the different stuff. Stuff, you're not going to see the plain old crafting with them. The other day, John made a flower press. And I was like, oh my goodness, my husband needs to see this. I would love to press some flowers. I have roses that I've saved that are whole, and I'm like, how am I going to craft with these? How can I craft with these? I would, if they had been pressed, I feel like I would craft with them more. But anyway, so I think they're going to do something today to go with that. I don't want to give it away, but I think she even said it in one of the other lives, but I'll leave that for them to share with you. Okay, so we're sticking this down. And if you missed any of the creators from today, you can go to the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group and you can see all of those creators. You can go there and watch their replay. You can go there to find their pages, to make sure that you're following them, so you can see them for all their other beautiful crafts that they make. And I heard someone the other day, and they were stressing to people that when you go to a new crafters page, you might, the craft that they did that particular day, especially if they're new to an events, their nerves may be up. They might not have did their very best. Don't judge it on that and say, yeah, I'm following them, because they don't know what they're doing. They might just be having an off day. Give them a chance to show you, because I'm going to tell you, sometimes when I first started doing event crafting, my nerves would get the best of me so many times. So give them a chance. Let them show you what they can do. You may not like every craft they do, but you may love some of the crafts that they do. And then again, they may be they may be your exact style. But if you don't ever watch them, you don't know. Okay. It's cute. It's cute. Here we are. That light yellow. It's called couscous. It's from Martha Stewart. It's so pretty. So I have some other ribbons pulled out. But I think I'm just going to set it aside. I'm not sure when I'm going to put which ribbon I want to put on that one. And this frame's a little different. You see that? It's got a little square raised up in the center. And actually, it had like stripes, and I can see the stripes through it. I really should touch it up. I really should touch it up with some chalk paint. Let's see if I can find. It's probably plaster, because that's what I use most of the time. If I can get this one open. That lid was on tight. And I'm going to give this a quick coat. See if we can hide those stripes. Sometimes when I prep things, I didn't get a good enough coat on the prep work for this one. That's why I'm doing this. I got 2 minutes. I'll have to finish this later. But here at Crafty Blessings, I always try to end my live with be a blessing. It's my motto. It's behind me. Who can you uplift, encourage, or inspire today? Our world needs more of that. We need more caring about other people instead of ourselves. We need more consideration and kindness. And it would make our world such a better place if we had it. So, it might be just a simple smile at the cashier at the grocery store, or as you're going through the fast food to get your kids something to eat. To having a little grace, giving those people a little bit of grace when they make a mistake. you can be a blessing that way. So I want you to go see Marilyn and John. They're going to do something wonderful with you today. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you, Janice, for having me. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.